What's good, you guys? It's Sarah
and Maya,
and we are charmed and dangerous.
You know, because we charming.
And we a little dangerous, or a lot, you know. However you want to take it. So in today's video, we are bringing back our new series, which is Mixing of the Elements. It is your favorite scientists. And we're gonna mix some things, see what happens.
Right.
And today's focus is fire and earth signs. And as you guys may know, traditionally, these two are really not meant to get along, really aren't compatible, whatever that means. But like we always say, full disclosure, everyone has a birth chart.
Full birth chart.
So make sure you look up what your birth chart is. You have different elements in there, you have different signs in there. It's not just your sun sign, people. It's time you learn about that.
Yes.
But before we even get into the video, we just want to let y'all know, what are you doing if you're not subscribed yet?
Do that.
We are two best friends who love making YouTube videos. We cover topics like astrology, fuckboys, dating, friendship, drama.
Literally everything that you talk about with your best friend anyways. So if you could get down with that, you like girl chats, you just need a good girlfriend, like hit that subscribe button. We'll be that girlfriend
Hit that
for you.
subscribe button. And then now, on to the video. So Maya,
yes.
what do you think? What do you think of mixing earth and fire energy as a fire sign yourself?
Yeah.
And if I remember, I'm
if you
her
remember
best
correctly.
friend. You don't have any earth in your chart.
I have 0 earth in my chart.
Yeah.
0, 0, 0. Lots of fire and air.
Yeah, and that's funny because I feel like I only have my Capricorn rising as earth, and I also have my Virgo Chiron. And if you don't know what Chiron is basically tied to a lot of your trauma, you know, the pain. Don't want to talk about that. But yeah, we both don't really have a lot of earth in our chart. Basically is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, no. So I have a hard time personally, like, you know, well, at first I had a hard time relating. Okay, let me just go ahead and say this, but I think the elements wise, earth and fire don't go together. They're not compatible. But that's the element. It doesn't necessarily mean the people. Like Sarah said, your full birth chart matters.
Yeah.
And I say this because my boyfriend is an earth sign, and I think we are very compatible.
Yeah.
I love the different perspective that he brings into our relationship and like the stability that he brings. And I know a lot of other earth and fire relationships that are super successful and like madly in love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is possible to have these two mix. That's why I say people can mix because your full birth chart, but the elements not necessarily naturally totally mix.
Yeah, like when I think of fire and earth, I think of volcanoes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like everything's all chill, everyone's like, ooh, look at that volcano, it's so beautiful. And then it's like, boom, like, bitch, you're fucking dead. Like, shit's erupted all over you. Wasn't it pretty? Wasn't it fucking pretty? Now you're dead.
Right. Did you enjoy yourself? Literally, that's the fire and the earth going back and
Yeah, but did you have fun? I also feel like fire signs have a way of like poking the bear when it comes to earth signs.
I'm very good at
I
that.
feel like earth signs are like composed and fire signs are generally not.
Yeah.
I feel like fire signs are very like erratic, and earth signs are like sitting there like, I don't know what's happening over there.
Right.
But I am observing. But I will say earth signs like being entertained because it's not like they're entertaining themselves.
Right.
So they enjoy watching the mess that is happening around them, and then like fucking fire signs running back and forth like, you like it when I do this? You like it when I do this?
And the earth sign's like, kinda.
Literally, like, it's interesting. Not what I would do, but I could see that you're enjoying
I wouldn't
yourself.
do it like that, but I'm glad you're having fun. I feel like
their energy's fascinating.
it's really fascinating because, like, okay, to me, Earth is like stable and cool and calm and collected, right? And like that's obviously not fire sign.
Yeah.
We're like passionate and wild, and we love that adventure.
Yeah.
And like to me, like with fire signs, like everyone has like a certain flavor of that.
Right,
Like,
right.
They love that adventure, but like if life gets too boring, like the fire sign is gonna leave that earth sign, and like the earth sign, like they're so stagnant, like they would sit there for a little while and be like, oh,
Yeah.
you're leaving.
Yeah. For sure.
You know?
For
So I
sure.
feel like for that relationship to like work, like friendship or romantically, like there has to be some sort of balance of like, yes, there's something that's stable here, but also throw in some excitement. Keep it interesting.
I feel like fire signs, you guys love reactions. And like, I would say out of any element in the zodiac, the sign that is the least likely to give any reaction to the most foul shit happening in front of them is Earth. Like literally, Earth will sit there calm, cool, and collected. Maybe in their mind they're going frantically crazy, or like they're gonna go home and be like, what the fuck just happened?
Overanalyze all of it.
But
yeah.
like literally they're sitting there like, I am not moved. I am just not feeling any sort of way about what you're doing.
Right.
And I feel like that makes fire signs look at earth signs as either very boring or very fascinating, because you kind of have to work for their love. You know what I mean? They're not running after you. And I feel like that's one of my points, is that like fire signs love the chase. And they love like doing that shit. Earth signs don't do chase. They don't do the chase. They're like, listen, let me know what you want and I can provide that.
Yeah.
Or I can get down with this.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna make me play games because A, I don't feel like it. B, I have better things to do.
Yeah.
Or C, you're too frantic for me. I don't want to deal with this shit. Okay, but I will say I feel like earth signs are very intrigued by fire signs when it comes to how fire signs express themselves. I feel like fire signs are very passionate. If they're feeling it, they're letting you know, and sometimes earth struggles with that. I feel like earth signs have a way of staying quiet even when they're going through their shittiest situation. And I feel like earth signs are gonna look at fire signs like, oh my god, like the way that you just expressed yourself and you didn't hold back is so attractive. Like, how can I do that? Like, it's so hot, you know, it's sexy, it's hot, it's fire.
That's so funny, because my thing is like, I wonder sometimes if these signs are attracted to each other for that exact reason. Like, for example, like an earth sign, are they attracted to a fire sign because fire signs know how to like totally let loose and they just like let it all go? And then secretly are Sages like attracted to earth signs because they're like stable and stagnant? And that could be like the one thing that keeps them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like home base.
Sounds so terrible.
Be with the earth sign, like it's like, oh my god, I'm so drained. I just did all this crazy shit everywhere around the world, but hey, how are you? An earth sign will like rejuvenate you back to life. And you're like, okay babe, it's been fun. I'm gonna go fuck up some shit.
Like, I'm gonna go back.
Okay, so my next point is, I feel like earth signs are like very responsible and like, you know, responsible. And I feel like fire sign, boring. I mean, don't take it to heart.
Sorry.
But if you want to, if the shoe fits, take it to heart.
Right.
Anyway, and I feel like fire sign rules, what the fuck is that? They don't give a fuck about any rules.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes these two together such a dynamic duo. Like, it's so interesting because it's kind of like good cop, bad cop. I feel like a fire sign and like an earth sign, like in a relationship with kids, like the earth sign is gonna be like, well, you know, I don't think that's really the best idea right now. We'll like hold off on that, we'll figure it out. The kid runs over to the fire sign parent, and the fire sign parent's like, yeah, fucking go. What are you waiting for? You live one life.
Right. They really have the potential to like balance each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or completely like destruct each other. Because I also think earth signs, they're really like stubborn and kind of like almighty in some ways of like, I have my answer and this is where I am. And the fire signs like, well, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, can I change it?
Yeah.
Can we do something different?
So my last piece of advice is earth signs. If you want to be pushed out of your comfort zone, please date or befriend a fire sign.
Do that.
Fire signs, if you need some order and structure in your life, please date or befriend an earth sign. So every element has a way of incorporating another element into their life to see what they're missing. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is what it is for these two. Even though we said in the beginning of the video, they're not compatible. But we have opposites attract for a reason, even though these aren't opposites. Earth and water are opposites, and fire and air are opposites. But also, there's always good qualities about other people that we seek that we don't necessarily have ourselves.
It doesn't mean we can't learn from these people and potentially grow with these people just because they're not your perfect match. Doesn't mean that you can't like learn a lot from them.
And I feel like one other thing I want to say that I was really thinking about when we were doing this video, I feel like when it comes to signs and compatibility, okay, earth and water, and then separately fire and air, those two together, when you are dating a sign element that's compatible to you, I feel like it's very easy upon first meeting them for it to be romantic and easy, and you just like go into this like deep love, whatever. I feel like when you're dating someone who's not very compatible with you at the beginning, it's more important than ever for you guys to be friends first. Because I feel like when you don't necessarily understand each other, or you just don't mesh that well, building a friendship will make you understand where the other person's coming from, or you will just understand their personality.
Yeah.
And then you'll kind of get it, and then maybe you'll pursue something romantic. Whereas I feel like if fire and earth, or let's say, you know, whatever it is, some sign that you're not compatible with, get together, when you initially meet and you try to make it romantic, you're gonna be like, oh my god, this person's like, I just can't get down with that.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
We're not gonna date. But when you're friends, you're like, you're fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
and then
that's
you can
interesting.
make it romantic.
Yeah, like you have to bond on that like first level of
Because you're
like,
not gonna bond
friendship and like
Yeah.
just general like connection of like
Exactly.
communication, because
Yeah.
that's probably where they're gonna bond first. It won't necessarily
Exactly.
be that sexual chemistry right away.
Right. Whereas when you're
Yeah.
compatible with the element, upon first meeting each other, you just get it. You're like, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
With these kind of relationships where you're not compatible, it's not easy upon first meeting each other when it comes to romantic shit. You get it?
Yeah, good advice.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Charmers, thank you so much for kicking with us while we were mixing the elements.
Ow, ow, ow.
Ow. Comment down below with your feelings on fire and earth signs, and if you think they're compatible. Are you in an earth and fire relationship? Like, let's
Besties,
connect.
whatever
like,
it
you know,
is.
let's talk about it. We're gonna link our socials up top. Follow us if you don't already. We post every Monday and Thursday to YouTube. We post other days on our other socials, so just follow us up there if you haven't already. Subscribe to our
Show us
channel.
some love.
Yeah, and we love y'all. We'll see you later.
Bye.